Hi everyone! It's a very exciting day for us because after 2 years developing Battle Brothers the board game, we finally get to show you the actual game itself. We just received this prototype, it's hot from the oven, and today we're going to do an unboxing to show you all the components that you will find in the box when you get the game after the crowdfunding campaign. And the first thing I want to show you is the box itself. I'm sure that if you're a fan of the video game, you will recognize this artwork. It's created by Paul Tax, Overhype Studios co-founder and lead artist, and one of the creators of the video game, and the very distinctive art style that we all love so much. Let's open the box and see what it's got inside. The first thing that you will find is the battlefield. As you can see, is this cardboard battlefield, hex-based, just like in the video game. Then, after the battlefield itself, we've got the faction boards, one for each player. Both have all the information of both factions, and they contain very useful information for the game. On the left side, we've got the morale tracker, which is an essential mechanic of the game. To win a battle, you have to rout your enemy to make them flee. So you have to keep track of how your morale is going. Being in the green, yellow and red has different effects on the game, your units, different rules. Then you have the steps of the preparation phase as a reminder, and the faction skills at your disposal. You've got, if you're a human, you've got rally, footwork and rotate. If you're an orc, you have work ray, charge and line breaker. And then you have recover, which is common to both factions. And then we have these hexagons with terrain accidents, so to speak. Each player gets to set a few of them before the battle begins. You put them with the interrogation mark side up, so your opponent doesn't know what you are putting. And when the battle begins, you flip them over, and then you get to see how they were placed. This is more important than it looks, because if it wasn't for this, the battlefield would be every battle exactly the same. Battle after battle after battle. So this allows for some variations and some tactical differences between battles, because each different tile has also different rules attached to it. The tall grass make your unit harder to spot, so you can snipe them from a distance. Then you've got the swamp, which just like in the video game debuffs your units, and the tree, which is, well, a tree. It blocks the tile and you cannot walk through it unless you have a very thick head. Then the next thing we've got, very simple, these plastic cubes that we can use to keep track of damage sustained by a unit, and of course the morale of your faction. Then we've got these cardboard tokens, useful to keep tracks of different statuses like bleeding, fleeing, being in a shield wall, well, different things. You have a marker for orcs and marker for humans. And last but not least, the heart and soul of the game, the cards. Battle Brothers, the board game, doesn't use miniatures to represent the units. It rather uses cards to represent everything. Units, modifiers, skills, gear, equipment, consumables, everything. And we have two different types of cards here. These big-sized cards, one deck for orcs, one deck for humans, and these smaller-sized cards. The big ones are for skills, perks and consumables, which are different for each faction. And the small cards are for units and modifiers. You have also faction-specific modifiers, also generic modifiers like injuries, for example. See this card. Concussion, -1, shuffle all your modifiers. And then units. Here you have a human unit. Our friend Bengt the Archer. This is pretty much it. As you can see, it's a very light game in terms of components. You won't have to carry with you a super heavy box to play with a friend. You won't have to spend the afternoon setting everything up. Just a few minutes and it's ready to play pretty much straight out of the box. As always, I want to invite you to subscribe to the crowdfunding campaign so you get notified on launch. And I also want to invite you to join the newsletter so you get more information about the crowdfunding campaign, tires, rewards, and so on, but also more explanations about the rules of the game, how it plays, the inspirations behind it, more detail about the artwork and that kind of thing. You can also find us in our Discord server where you can find the rules of the game and ask any questions that you might have about the board game. That's it for today. Have a nice one and see you very soon.